Hey guys, and welcome to Bootgum. Welcome to my, I want to call it a home office, but no real work gets done in here. It's just a really nice space for me to record. 1 year ago, I bought the 27-inch base model iMac, and I wanted to talk about it. I use it for video editing, I use it for graphic design, I use it for a whole bunch of different things, and I wanted to talk about what it's really good at, what I wish I upgraded at the time instead of getting the base model, and also some of the reasons why an iMac really works. It's an all-in-one built-in unit. You get everything you need with it when you purchase it. It's not going to be the perfect system for everybody. Some people are going to want that Mac Pro, some people are going to be able to use a Mac Mini, some people just want to have a laptop that they can take with them. So without further ado, why? Why get a 27-inch iMac at all? So let's start with the specifications. This is the base model computer. I picked it up for about 2,200 and it was maybe 50. I mean, I got the big keyboard as well at the same time, about 2,200. So it's running the 3.4 gigahertz Intel Core i5, pretty okay. 16 gigabytes of RAM. So I did upgrade the RAM from the 8 gig that it originally came with. It's not like this incredible amount, but I did want to talk more about the iMac in general in just a minute. So 16 gigabytes, 2,400 megahertz DDR4 RAM, as well as a Radeon Pro 570 4 gigabyte graphics chip. So as far as base model configurations go, it's actually really decent. The only thing I wish I did change is that it comes with this 1 terabyte Fusion hard drive, and I went from a laptop running an SSD drive to this machine running a 1 terabyte Fusion drive. I wish I got a bigger Fusion drive. I wasn't sure like the performance of the Fusion drive, if it would match like the SSD I had on my laptop, but everything here runs incredibly quick. I wouldn't hesitate picking up next time I upgrade, next time I might get another computer, I wouldn't hesitate picking up a much bigger Fusion drive. I also wouldn't hesitate getting an SSD drive, but one thing I do like about the iMacs is that you have that option. You don't have to spend, I think here in Australia, it's, thousands to buy the 4 terabyte SSDs. I know they're expensive, that's fine, but it's only a couple of hundred for like the 3 terabyte Fusion drive. So don't hesitate when it comes to the Fusion drives. I thought I'd just put the money into external hard drives, but they have just accumulated and accumulated and accumulated. I'm always running out of space. That is the one thing I wish I did when I picked this up, is just maybe wait a little bit longer or not buy that coffee machine and drop that money into a bigger internal hard drive. But for me, the reason I went with an iMac anyway was because I was upgrading from a laptop. I had the laptop, I was using it for the last 3 years. I was driving back and forth to work or on the train. It was a really good device to have with me and take with me. But when I started Bootgum, I spent 10 months at home just building out what my little freelance company might look like. And the iMac was the machine that I picked at that time to be like my home computer. This was the computer that I wanted to use every day, sit down and get work done. That's another big reason I picked the iMac, was because I was coming from a laptop. I had screens, I had keyboards, I had mice, but I didn't have nice ones of those. This iMac comes obviously with the 5K monitor. It comes with the Apple mouse, Apple keyboard. I did end up getting the larger numeric keyboard added into the package when I bought the computer, and then I sold the smaller keyboard. So yeah. It comes with everything you need to start up, but it looks nice. It's an inviting machine to sit down and use. It doesn't matter if it's in your living room, which is in my kitchen here at the moment in my home office. It doesn't matter if it's in a public space because it looks nice, it's wireless, it's a very clean looking machine, except for all those extra external hard drives that I've had to plug into it. I also wanted to talk about the performance, because I've always been a video editor, video producer, content creator. I create designs, graphics, I do illustrations. I am kind of like a jack of all trades kind of person. And I do like having hardware that allows me to do the things that I want to do. I haven't had any hiccups with this machine, and I should put a little asterisk here, but there's been no hiccups when I've been using Final Cut Pro. Even with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and my RAM does peak quite frequently, and I know that's a problem, I will be upgrading it once I can. But even using Final Cut Pro, it actually handles 4K footage really, really well. I've been very impressed with even with Final Cut Pro, it's easy to swap to a different application. It's easy to bring up a Chrome browser. It's easy to bring up your email inbox. It's easy to flick around. It's easy to play a video while you're editing in Final Cut Pro. I haven't had a problem with any of those sort of applications, but when it does come to the Adobe suite of software, I've noticed like a lot more slowdown, a lot more jittering, and a lot more difficulty when editing in the Adobe suite of software. I think a lot of that would come down to compatibility, efficiency. Final Cut Pro is really made to be run on these Apple machines and takes full use of the hardware available. But for me, I mostly make videos to get put online anyway. Software tutorials, event videos, promotional videos, like little animations and things to help support startup companies. Like this sort of stuff, it gets viewed on a mobile phone or on a computer online anyway. You don't need to have, exporting 4K footage. I film a lot in 4K, but I don't need to export in 4K. So I kind of wanted a machine that could edit in 4K when I needed to, but like was all around just a really strong performer for me, especially for creating online video. That's exactly what I got here with the iMac 27-inch computer, and the display looks really, really beautiful. Like I mentioned, coming from a laptop computer, just wanting to sort of start fresh with a desktop. I just wanted to finish up by saying those all-in-one computers definitely aren't for everyone. I had my reasons for going the all-in-one. But when you do start looking at those all-in-one systems, all-in-one machines, it becomes quite clear that Apple have invested a lot of time, effort, and money into producing the best all-in-one product that I could find that met all my needs. And they've been doing it for just a really, 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 really long time. I've actually got one of the original iMac G3s that ran with the PowerPC processors back there behind me. It's like the third or fourth iteration of the iMac G3, but even before that, Apple had their computers that were these all-in-one units, the Mac 2. They've been doing it for a really long time, and I really like the system, but it's also pretty clear, hopefully to you by now, that I am a bit of a fanboy. I've got this work computer that I want to use just for work, and every time I sit down to do work there, I want to feel good about the work that I'm doing. The emotional reason why I bought that computer is just as important to me as the technology and the specifications behind it. When I sit down at that computer, I want to feel good about doing it. I don't want it to feel like a chore. I want it to feel like I'm doing something important. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a fanboy and making those emotional decisions. And I just wanted to take you through a bit of a journey around why and how, and why I'd recommend as a video editor the iMac as a really capable system. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in to BootGum. So BootGum is obviously the business that I'm trying to build and put together, and we do video production and graphic design and logos and branding and a whole bunch of different things, email marketing. One thing that really ties all of those different things together for me are animations and animated GIFs. They're a fantastic way to get someone's attention, and I've been putting together the animated GIF pack. It is a collection of 30 different animated GIFs that you can use in emails, in videos, on your website, on social. They're just a really easy way to get attention. And I'm giving away 5 of those for free over on BootGum right now. If you go check out the animated GIF pack, you can sign up. You get your free animations every week. You get 1 free animation for 5 weeks. And if you like what you see, if you like what you're getting, you can go and download them individually or buy the entire pack outright. Every animated GIF comes with the animated GIF file, as well as a MOV with transparency and an MP4 with an alpha mask. So however you want to use those animations, you've got those options available to you. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to this plug, and subscribe for some more cool technology reviews over here on the BootGum channel.